Hi all, this is part 7 of module 1. In the previous lecture, we discussed about density of states in 3D structures. Now we will try to derive density of states of 2D structures, that is quantum wells. We know that in quantum wells, the dimensions in any of the axes is confined. So according to this, consider this figure. Dimensions across Z axis is within 100 nanometer, or across Z axis electron movement is restricted or confined. So it is a 2D structure. Now we can consider the two axes only, that is across X and Y axis. So the K space, that is vector distance, is n pi over L. If n is equal to 1, across X axis it is pi over Lx, and across Y axis it is pi over Ly. In generic, we can take pi over Lx equal to pi over Ly is equal to pi over L. Since it is 2D, we can calculate the area of one energy state, that is pi over L the whole square. Now we can calculate number of energy states in predefined area. Take a circle. Between this axis, 1/4 of a circle. Okay. Therefore, number of states or capital N is equal to area of 1/4 of the circle divided by area of one energy state. One important thing, you need to multiply it with number 2, because maximum of 2 electrons can occupy the same energy state. That is due to spinning. Spin up and spin down. So our equation will become 2 into numerator pi k square divided by 4 the whole divided by denominator pi over L the whole square. So it will be k square L square divided by 2 pi. Now we can calculate the density of states in 2D semiconductor quantum well. So density of states in 2D. Since it is 2D, number of energy states over defined energy level, that is per area. Why it is not per volume? Because it is 2D structure. One axis is confined. Okay. So per area. Therefore, our equation will become 1 divided by area of semiconductor slab, that is L square, multiplied with dN divided by dE, which is equal to 1 by L square according to chain rule, dN by dk multiplied with dk over dE. We know n is equal to k square L square divided by 2 pi. Therefore, dN over dk, that is d over dk of k square L square divided by 2 pi. Which is equal to kl square divided by pi. We also know that the energy of one electron, that is capital E, is equal to h bar square k square divided by 2m. Therefore, dE over dk, which is equal to h bar square k divided by m, or dk by d is equal to m over h bar square k. On substituting, we get 1 over L square multiplied with k L square divided by pi into m over h bar square k, that is m divided by pi h bar square. We know that h bar is equal to h divided by 2 pi. So we can rewrite this equation as 4 pi m star divided by h square. This m star is the effective mass of electron. So this is the final equation. So from this equation, density of states in 2D is independent on energy. Okay, because there is no energy term in this equation. It's very important. Now the case of 1D or quantum wire. Here the electrons are free to move across one axis only. Let it be through X axis. So the dimensions across other two axes are restricted or confined. Consider this K space. There is one axis only across X axis. The K space, K is equal to pi over Lx, or in generic pi over L. Here the number of energy states in total k space, which is equal to 2 multiplied with, that is 2 is because of spinning, multiplied with total k space k divided by single energy levels distance, that is pi over L. Therefore, n is equal to 2k L divided by pi. We can also compute dn over dk, which is equal to 2L divided by pi. Now the density of states in 1D structures, that is number of energy states per energy level per free total length of the semiconductor wire, which is 1 over L dn over de, which is equal to 1 over L based on the chain rule dn over dk multiplied with dk over de. We can substitute the value of dn over dk and dk over de. Therefore, the equation will become 2m divided by pi h bar square k. And we know the energy of electron, capital E is equal to h bar square k square divided by 2m. Therefore, k can be written as square root of 2me divided by h bar. Therefore, our equation will become 2m divided by pi h bar square multiplied with h bar square divided by square root of 2me, which is square root of 2m divided by pi h bar multiplied with 1 divided by square root of e. So, we get the final equation. Density of states of 1D structures or quantum wire with respect to energy, that will be 2 square root of 2 m to the power of 1 by 2 divided by h multiplied with energy the power of minus 1 by 2. Okay. Therefore, in 1D structures or quantum wires, density of state is proportional to 1 over square root of energy, or it is proportional to energy to the power minus 1 by 2. Next, the case of 0D structures or quantum dots. Here the electron movement is confined in all the directions across x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. So, there is no relative k space or energy to the k relationship. It is atomic level. So, we can relate to a single atom. Therefore, density of states in quantum dots or 0D structures, it will be a delta function. Density of states of 0D structures with respect to energy, which will be a delta function of energy difference, E minus EC. The delta function is multiplied with 2, that is due to the spinning. Okay, now we can wind up the session. So, we have derived density of states of per semiconductor, that is 3D structures, 2D structures, 1 dimensional and quantum dots or 0 dimensional. All are derived with respect to energy. And the density of state function, it is proportional to, we can write it as energy to the power d minus 2 divided by 2. E is the energy and d is the dimension. For 3D structures, here dimension is equal to 3. Dose of 3D is proportional to e to the power 1 by 2. So, if we plot density of state function with respect to energy, you will get this plot. It is proportional to e to the power 0.5. Okay, it is increasing. For 2D structures, here dimension is equal to 2. A dose of 2D is proportional to e raised to 0. It is independent on energy. It is constant. Here the plot will be a step function. Okay. For 1 dimension, it is proportional to e to the power minus 1 by 2. The plot will be, it is decreasing, e to the power minus 1 by 2. And in 0 dimensions, the density of state function is a delta function. It is not continuous, but it will be a series of peaks. It is represented by the delta function. Okay. And these are some important questions from this session. Okay. Thank you.